Hey guys! All right, now we didn't grow up with our dad's teen idol phase of his career. We were a little young then. We were born in the summer of love, 1967, a good year for cars, actually. Hollywood Hills, we were little hippie kids. Now, it was a little strange around the house because we didn't know until later that not everybody's dad was a rock star, and not everybody's grandparents were on TV and stuff like that. And we also didn't know that the characters that were knocking on the door trying to get our dad out of semi-retirement, you know, the Ozzie and Harriet show ended in 1966, and you know, what was happening musically in the 50s was certainly not happening in the middle of the summer of love, but the guys who were knocking on the door were the people that were influenced by him when they were growing up, trying to get him to do something new. It was like, we didn't know that the crazy hair guy was Bob Dylan until years later. And let me see, we got another knock on the door. It was, well, our neighbor, Uncle George, George Harrison from the Beatles. And our babysitter, when she wasn't on the road, was Mama Cass Elliot from the Mamas and Papas. It's true. We were hungry for years. Oh, come on, she would have thought that was funny. But it was kind of a surreal thing, you know, we kind of grew up with music all around and stuff, and our dad, when he was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they gave him credit for founding a style of music that was out of a little area in California. They called it country rock. In 1967, he formed a band called the Stone Canyon Band, and you could go down to a little club in Hollywood called the Troubadour Club, and you could see the Stone Canyon Band, Lynn Ronstadt's first band called Stone Pony, members of the Buffalo Springfield and the Byrds and the Hollies kind of formed something. And our dad's bass player went on to form a little band about 2 years later with some guys who were hanging out at the bar that's really good. You should listen to them. They're called the Eagles. I think that's their name. But that's what we grew up with, and that's what we were all about. And our dad never gave us a whole lot of advice. You know, he toured a lot, and we got close and really got to know each other and admire each other through our music. And he did say, if you're going to do this, guys, write your own songs, be songwriters. And that's what we are above and beyond anything. And we'll get to a song that our dad wrote called Garden Party. And we'll talk all about that a little bit later. But what we're going to do is roll a clip from the time that we remember him having an acoustic guitar in his hand, not selling any records for the first time in his career, and he loved it because nobody cared. He could fail for the first time without somebody looking at him and judging him. You know what I mean? He did the best work I think he ever did. But we're going to roll a clip that I found, and if this is the right clip, I can say this. To this date, you can really see that Gunnar and my looks, you know, on stage, our moves have not changed a whole lot in all these years, and nobody rocks Pampers like the Nelson Twins. Check this out.
Before you're over, I want something to show for all your trouble.
Ricky, like a lot of people, like us in the beginning, was kind of an Elvis takeoff. A lot of people start like that. They start like their idol, and then they develop, they find their own voice, and Ricky really found his. So when he got to Garden Party and things like that, I think there was like a new respect then.
Tell me.
This is a song that our dad wrote for the Stone Canyon Band the year we were born. It's one of our favorites, and I always like to say that if you ever wanted to know what kind of a guy he was, all you had to do was listen to the words of this song. It's one of our favorites. It's called Easy to Be Free.
Did you ever want to go where you've never gone before? Did you ever want to know things you've never known before? I'll take you there with me. Then you'll see it's easy to be free. Yeah. Did you ever want to fly over rainbow skies so high? Did you ever wonder why people tell you not to try? I'll take you there with me, and maybe then you'll see it's easy to be free. It's so easy to be free, yeah. after all.